they census people or no?
They are.
They have their IDs with them?
She does. The daughter does. The mother's driving the daughter around for census.
Okay.
But she's very confrontational.
Who is?
The mother.
Okay. How old's the daughter?
18.
She's 18. Okay. So they having issues with the mom?
But they were just concerned they didn't. Basically, that's Patchett's mother.
Okay.
She saw across the street that somebody was on the property poking around. She called the owner. She comes rushing in, blocks him in, and was talking to him, trying to get what's going on with the census. And they wouldn't show him any badges and just rolled up the window and started recording. So they were concerned that they weren't actually census.
Oh, because they're supposed to, if they're coming to the property, they're supposed to provide an ID.
Really?
Well, yeah, as part of the census, they're supposed they're supposed to say, "Hey, I'm with the census." Show their census ID. They actually have a little
6-3. Copy.
They're supposed to show the census. They have a little ID badge.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm with the census. Here's the badge.
And the daughter's got one.
Okay, but they're supposed to provide that. But where was the owner?
It's this lady in the. She came pulling up. She wasn't home.
She wasn't home. Gotcha.
I don't think she lives here.
Does anybody live here?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'll throw it back to Joe.
We'll be right with you in a minute.
Did you have ID on your name?
I do in my car.
So you actually live here?
Nobody
No.
lives here.
No one lives here. I live right over. You can see it over there on this thing. But my daughter and son-in-law have stuff in here.
Okay. And it's your property?
It's my property.
Okay. Can I get your information for me?
Cindy Moss or Cynthia
C-I-N.
D-Y.
Is it
That
Cynthia or
used to
Cindy?
be.
Well,
Not too bad.
officially it's Cynthia, but I go by Cindy.
And you said Moss?
Yes, M-O-S-S.
I want another name for you, Cynthia.
That's right. I called her Cindy Lou one day, and she says, so.
How come you need all that?
Just for documentation.
Could you put maybe like 70-something, 8570-something?
So, they are with the Census Bureau.
Are they now?
Why would she not show me ID, and they tried to leave on me?
I don't know. They said
And why was
Look
she in the mailbox?
I just hate where she records everything. That's just driving me freaking crazy.
I get it, but she can. She was recording me too.
I tried to talk with her just to see what was going on, and she wouldn't even roll her
No, she
window
wouldn't.
down.
Neither one. The girl on that side is the one that had the mailbox door open, and so
She had the mailbox open.
the mailbox door was open, and I asked, "Who are you and what are you doing?" And
Oh, there's
she
my
says, "I'm
cousin
a
now.
census taker." I says, "Do you have ID?"
I've lived
She
here
went and got in the car, and they were going to leave.
for
She wanted me to move my car so they could leave, and I wouldn't move my car. It's like I asked for ID. What's wrong with asking for ID?
Well, the census people are supposed to provide
Asked
ID.
to Moss,
She wouldn't.
Yeah,
to Cynthia, little Lou.
And she,
She asked the same thing. They wouldn't.
she wouldn't even roll her window down. All she did is she's recording everything.
They said that she felt intimidated by you folks.
Oh, okay.
I pulled in the driveway, and she had the door of the mailbox open, and I said, "Who are you and what are you doing?" And she said, "Census taker." I
Hey,
said, "Show
you're
me
gonna be on
ID."
camera. Oh, they
Go ahead.
just messing around.
Is there anything wrong with that part?
Have you talked to the daughter's 18, right? She's the worker.
Yeah,
Okay. Have you talked to her separate yet?
not separate.
Okay.
But she's got a badge.
Right, but she needs to, from what I understand, I think it's per their policy as well. They're supposed to provide the ID that they're with the census when asked, or even when they show up, they're supposed to provide the census badge.
Did you want to talk to her?
What's that?
I've never heard. I don't know how the census.
They're supposed to. So, I mean, I've had one come to my house the other day, and they said, "Yeah, here's my badge." So, because otherwise, I mean, as far as is it posted that no trespassing or anything like that, or
There's on this property and all around the farm.
is it posted?
Okay,
Cindy,
sir.
is it posted here? No trespassing as well.
I don't know if it's on this, but it's
Okay.
my property. This is my cousin that lives around here, and go ahead.
So this car here they're parked a lot every evening on the New York Canal, which is right over here.
This
Which
one
is
specifically?
If it ain't an identical copy, in fact, they're there every evening.
Hold on just a minute. We'll be with you in a minute.
But anyway, it's a car very similar, put it that way.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's exactly them, but I see him every night on the canal right over
Well,
here.
he's a farmer and he farms all
Yeah,
this.
you should give us a call in the future when you see it on the bank.
Okay.
Give us a call
Okay.
so we can go out and investigate.
And the crazy thing about it, we've put up signs down the New York Canal and the irrigation district, and we're supposed to be the only ones on it with our property and stuff. And it's crazy. People ignore those signs, and we get people walking their dogs, which is fine to a
Adding her
degree.
cars
But then
in.
it's like an invitation for everybody and their dog. That,
Yeah.
and so it's. And I know you guys, and we don't bother you guys with those calls because it's like, you got more to do than that.
Well, they broke in the shop and stole all the tools. They broke in the house, stole all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff across the street. They've been stealing anything and everything.
Did you ask her about who was in the mailbox here?
The lady on this side.
I did. They said they were trying to find the specific address, and they couldn't really tell if it was the correct
It was
one,
on the
so they
side of the
looked.
box because I found it.
They,
Nothing's
they
in.
said that they looked on the side. They said they couldn't get inside.
I'll get out.
That door was open and she had it in her hand.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I appreciate it.
Well,
You
let's.
guys take care of it. I spoke with you a while back about the guy beating in the door.
Oh, another
way
one.
back in the day.
you
Well, I
look
can't
familiar.
feel
Well,
Yeah.
these two were
Down on Lewis,
around the
up
corner, and I
road.
was kind of a ways
There was
away,
that
but
blue
dealing with
house,
no
and
something
then
else.
I confirmed his address because he had kicked in the guy's door probably 6-8 weeks ago.
Well, let's deal with these guys real quick, and
You guys take.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help.
Okay. I don't think I'll do it. In the future, I wouldn't try to copy that. I'll just try to pick up.
Well, I wasn't here at first. I just got here. Lois was here.
I
she
pulled
called me.
in and they tried to leave.
And how come
And I can't do nothing. And, you know,
and I mean, just if they're on my property and they're not supposed to be, I can't block them in.
I would just try to get a plate.
How
I
come-
did take a picture of
how
the
come
plate when
you-
they saw me do
How
it.
come you don't block them?
Just for your safety.
you don't
Well-
you don't know who they are. They don't know if they have any weapons.
Oh,
Things
yeah.
can get escalated from there.
We tried
Okay.
to block the people that were stealing in on the farm. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Remember? And I put my
Oh,
car.
okay.
And I figured they probably do have.
So if you guys, whose car's what?
Mine's
Mine's the white one.
Okay, if we want to go ahead and start moving those, and we'll
I
get them.
have to come up and turn around
Okay,
because I can't see to
so
get out.
they're just free to go after they were acting like this and recording this whole thing? I would say, I would have talked to them and said, okay, fine.
I can trespass them from the property.
Okay, please, otherwise, I'm usually, it would have been fine, but where they're acting so rotten and trying to say they feel threatened, okay. I was out with the chickens. I mean, really.
Okay, so I can.
and
I can
we're a
trust-
couple of old ladies here.
I can trespass.
Yes, please. I mean, I'm really easy
I
on
just
things,
asked
but
her ID and she got in the car.
I kind of wonder if they aren't the girlfriends of the gal that used to live here. One of them looks kind of familiar, but I can't get a hold of her. So,
They have CCSO.
do they?
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the one girl on that side.
She looks like.
I mean, I feel sorry for him, but then roll your window down, show your badge, and be decent.
They
Mhm.
wouldn't.
Good.
The car wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Told me to move my car.
I understand.
I can't. I'm not backing out on the road. Well, I can go in the weeds
We
this way.
can go and stop trying.
I can go in the weeds this way, and then you can follow.
I can just stop trying.
Oh, you don't want to
That is embarrassing. Yeah, if you'll do that, then that would be. Otherwise, if somebody had been said.
But that piece of paper right there, anybody can have a piece of paper.
I get you. But
And I
we'll
didn't
get 'em
ever
outta
see
here,
that.
okay?
They wouldn't let me know nothing.
I got you. We'll get them out of here.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Talk to the gal who's actually a census member, and that'd be a good idea to show your badge like they're supposed to. So.
Why is she telling me to go and call me a crazy lady?
The way she's acting, it's not very gonna help her if is that her daughter?
Mm-hmm.
It's not helping her daughter do her job, her acting that way.
Okay, so
Here's your ID.
Really, there's no reason to be upset when is that not intimidating?
Well,
And
you're on their property and you're refusing to identify who you are.
didn't refuse to identify. We told her we were doing, and when I told her we were looking for the address, she says, "Oh, well, you're trespassing." I said, "Well, we'd like to leave now. We checked the address where my daughter's working for the census. Can we leave?" And she blocked us in. How are we in the wrong?
well,
How would you feel if it was your daughter? Really? Be honest.
I would hope that my daughter would call the police and let the police
And we
work it
did,
out.
And we did, just like that. So why does it take 30 minutes to still feel intimidated?
And why are you feeling intimidated while we're here?
Because you guys were over there not being helpful with us,
Okay,
talking with them, laughing like it's a joke.
okay.
Well, not you, but
Did they come and talk to you?
Yes,
Okay, did they get your side of the story?
yes.
And
But
so they're supposed to completely
but
ignore
they
the other
remain-
people's side of the story.
They remain blocking us, intimidating us.
They were over there, so how would they intimidate you?
Did you not see the two cars in front
Yes,
of us? And then we
okay.
It takes 3 sheriffs to figure the situation out. Really?
And this was called in as a disturbance. That's why we have 3 of us here. Okay? We want to make sure that we have enough manpower to be able to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of.
So what's going to happen with them?
They're going to let you leave.
Oh, really? They're going to let me leave.
Okay.
So I need their information.
Okay, have you checked out the Idaho laws on trespassing?
No.
Okay, you probably should.
Oh, really?
Because that would be pretty informative for you.
So what is it if you're so knowledgeable? We can't check in driving the driveway? Really? So what is someone that's looking for the census supposed to do when you can't drive? You want us to drive on the road? Be parked on the road? Really?
There's no house here. The house is over there. Okay? What this very much comes down to is you have the right to come around and pursue your employment. You have the right to go knock on doors. They also have the right to have people not trespass on their property. When those 2 rights conflict, then we show up and we help people work it out so that there's no problem between anybody. Okay? And that's what we're trying to do. But there are laws against trespassing,
So
which,
how are we trespassing?
okay, are you on their property?
On the driveway.
Okay.
If somebody drives,
And that's why I asked if you were familiar with Idaho's trespassing laws. They did recently change. About a year and a half ago, they changed Idaho's trespassing laws, and they're a lot more restrictive than they used to be.
so then,
Right.
then it's okay for them to do what they did.
It's okay for them to have people stay until law enforcement gets here to see what's going on. Now, we would not be issuing you a trespassing citation because we have explained to them that you had a reason for being here and that when they told you to leave, you indicated that you wanted to leave. So you're not
So it's still okay for them to block us in, you're saying?
to have them have you wait until law enforcement gets here? Yeah.
added this plate, right? Did she say it was called for policy to show ID?
She said she did.
She said she did.
But yes, it is part of the policy.
What's that?
But yes, it is part of the policy.
That's what I thought.
But still, they came and they talked to you. Okay, they came and they talked to you, and they went and they talked to them. They got both sides of the story. As near as we can tell, no crimes were committed on either side that are prosecutable or that because they felt like there was
Felt like a young lady was so intimidating to
no, not intimidating. They felt like there was a violation that was occurring, and they wanted everybody to stay until law enforcement showed up.
left for a minute and they felt like they could run in here with us. Either post up friends, that's okay. That's what they had. We really
My daughter, she was someplace, and a homeowner asked her to, said that they thought she was trespassing and asked her to stay until law enforcement showed up. I absolutely would expect her to stay with me until law enforcement.
Did you trespass him?
About people who, that's when most of the burglaries occur. The lion's share. Places like this get burglarized all the time. And if this is all you have, it doesn't matter whether it's worth a lot of money or it's not. If it's all you have, you're interested in protecting it. Okay, well, your condescension aside, this is their property. Well, you all are free to go. All right, take care. Take care, okay?
All that wanted to leave, she's sure not in a hurry to leave.